Have you ever wondered how to travel on a budget? While it may seem like traveling is exclusive to those with cash to spare, you don't have to overspend in order to get out of town. There are plenty of ways to travel on a budget that can end up saving you a lot of money again. Exploring exotic places doesn't have to cost you fortune, and you certainly don't need to win the lottery to travel to the world. You just need to be smart, strategic, and subscribe to this channel for budget travel tips and best tourist destinations. In this video, I'm dropping 8 travel hacks and 8 straight-up commandments for making your travel dreams a reality without completely emptying your wallet. We're talking about scoring deals, outsmarting the airlines, and living that budget traveler life. So whether you're dreaming of sipping coconut water on a beach in Bali or exploring ancient ruins in Peru, stick around, because I'm about to show you how to make it happen. Let's do this! All right. Rule number 1 for the budget traveler: plan ahead. That's a one-way ticket to Overdraft City. Book in advance to snag those sweet deals. Prioritize your spending and research free activities. Start mapping out your epic adventure, one budget-friendly step at a time. Planning your trip isn't just about booking flights and accommodation. It's about diving deep into your destination. What are the must-see attractions? Are there any free walking tours or museum days? Can you score discounts for booking activities online in advance? Look, knowledge is power, my friends, especially when you're traveling on a budget. The more you know about your destination, the better equipped you'll be to find those hidden gems and local experiences that won't break the bank. Don't be afraid to get lost in travel blogs, forums, and social media groups. Connect with other travelers, ask for recommendations, and soak up all that insider knowledge. Remember, the internet is your oyster, and you best believe there are pearls of wisdom out there just waiting to be discovered. Now let's talk timing. You know how airlines have those crazy sales and suddenly a round-trip ticket to Europe costs less than your daily coffee fix? Yeah, those deals don't last long. The early planner gets the cheapest flights, the best accommodation options, and sometimes even discounts on tours and activities. I'm talking about booking your flights months in advance, folks, and don't even get me started on accommodation. The closer you get to your travel dates, the more likely you are to be stuck with overpriced hostels and hotels. So, set those calendar reminders, create a spreadsheet if you have to, and become a master of timing. Your wallet will thank you for it. Trust me. Avoid trips during the school holidays. This is when the travel industry hikes up prices to take advantage of families who can only travel during these weeks. So the best time to visit your intended destination in a budget is to travel just before or after these days. This is called the shoulder season, where you still have a great trip. Hotels and airlines lower their prices to attract customers during these times. All right, so you're on a budget, right? That doesn't mean you need to sleep on a park bench. Forget about those overpriced hotel suites. You're here for the experience, not to be pampered. Hostels are where it's at. They're cheap, they're social, and you'll meet people from all over the world. Trust me, I've stayed in some pretty sketchy hostels in my day, but I've also stayed in some amazing ones. The key is to do your research, read the reviews, and pick a hostel that's in a good location. Think about it. Instead of being isolated in some sterile hotel room, you're in the thick of it, sharing stories and travel tips with like-minded adventurers. Plus, hostels often have communal kitchens, which means you can save even more money by cooking your own meals. And hey, if you're feeling really adventurous, why not try couch surfing? Crashing on someone's couch might sound a little weird at first, but it's a great way to meet locals and experience a place from a different perspective. Now, if dorm rooms aren't really your thing, I get it. You like your space, you like your privacy. That's where Airbnb comes in. Airbnb is a game changer, man. It's like the Wild West of travel accommodation. You can find anything from a spare room in someone's apartment to a luxurious villa overlooking the ocean. The best part? It's usually way cheaper than a hotel, especially if you're traveling with a group. But here's the thing with Airbnb. You gotta book early, like really early, especially if you're traveling during peak season. The good places get snatched up quick, and don't forget to read the reviews. Airbnb is all about the reviews. They're your window into what it's actually like to stay at that place. Look for places with lots of positive reviews from previous guests. Look, the point is, when it comes to accommodation, you've got options. Don't limit yourself to the usual suspects. Think outside the box. Get creative. Ever considered a yurt, a treehouse, A freaking capsule hotel? Get on the internet, do some research, and see what kind of unique and affordable accommodations you can find. You might be surprised at what you discover. And remember, the goal here is to save money without sacrificing comfort or experience. You want to find a place that feels like a home away from home, a place where you can relax and recharge after a long day of exploring. So ditch the fancy hotels, embrace the unknown, and find yourself an accommodation that's as adventurous as you are. You won't regret it. All right, let's talk about packing, specifically packing light. Because let me tell you, nothing will kill your budget faster than getting slammed with excess baggage fees at the airport. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. The key to packing light is to be ruthless. Lay out everything you think you need, then cut it in half. Do you really need 5 pairs of shoes for a weekend trip? No, you don't. 1 pair of comfortable walking shoes is all you need. And for clothes, roll, don't fold. I know it sounds crazy, but trust me, rolling your clothes saves space and prevents wrinkles. Plus, it forces you to be more mindful of what you're packing. Remember, you can always buy toiletries and other essentials at your destination. Don't waste precious luggage space on things you can easily get anywhere. Now, I'm not saying you should pack like a minimalist and rough it. You still want to be prepared. Bring a small first aid kit with essentials like Band-Aids, pain relievers, and allergy medicine. Pack a lightweight raincoat or poncho, because you never know when the weather's going to turn. And don't forget a reusable water bottle. Staying hydrated is crucial, especially if you're doing a lot of walking. Another pro tip, pack a small laundry bag for your dirty clothes. It'll keep your backpack organized and prevent your clean clothes from smelling like your gym socks. And here's a little secret weapon packing cubes. These things are a game changer. They compress your clothes even further and keep everything organized within your bag. Make sure you've got your essentials covered. Don't forget a universal adapter, a noise-canceling headphones, and a portable power bank. All right, let's talk flights, specifically how to book them without breaking the bank. Rule number 1, book in advance, like way in advance. I know spontaneity is fun, but when it comes to flights, spontaneity equals expensive. The closer you get to your travel date, the higher those prices climb. Think of it like this. Airlines know that people who book last minute are usually desperate. They're going to pay a premium for those tickets. But if you book months in advance, you're way more likely to snag a deal. And don't be afraid to be flexible with your dates. Sometimes flying out a day earlier or later can save you hundreds of dollars. It's all about being a little bit savvy. Now, when it comes to actually finding those cheap flights, there are a ton of websites and apps out there. Google Flights, Skyscanner, Kayak, Expedia, the list goes on and on. The key is to use a fare comparison tool. These websites aggregate data from all the different airlines and travel agencies, so you can see all your options in one place. But don't just blindly trust the first price you see. Play around with the dates, try different airports, and see if you can find a better deal. And here's a pro tip. Clear your cookies. Airlines and travel websites track your browsing history, and they might inflate prices if they know you're looking for a specific flight. Clearing your cookies helps you get around that. Another thing you can do is set up price alerts. Most of these fare comparison websites have a feature where you can enter your desired travel dates and destinations, and they'll email you if the price drops. It's like having your own personal travel agent working for you 24/7. You set it and forget it, and boom, you get an email notification when it's time to book. And don't be afraid to book one-way flights instead of round trip. Sometimes it's cheaper to piece together your own itinerary by booking separate one-way tickets. It just takes a little more research and planning. Remember, finding cheap flights is a game. And like any game, the more you play, the better you get at it. So start searching, set those price alerts, and get ready to jet set on a budget. So you've booked that off-season trip to avoid the crowds, but everyone and their mother seems to be on your flight. You're crammed in like sardines, wishing you had just driven. Flying can be brutal, but it doesn't have to be a nightmare. That's where budget airlines come in. Budget airlines? Those cramped, no-frills flights? Trust me, budget airlines can unlock serious savings. Think Spirit, Frontier, Ryanair, EasyJet. They get you from point A to point B without breaking the bank. They often fly to smaller airports. You might need extra travel time to your final destination, but it's a chance to discover a new city. The cost savings are worth the extra effort. These airlines pass on the savings to you. Flights can be a fraction of the cost of big-name airlines. Tickets so cheap you might afford an extra checked bag. All right, so you're ready to embrace the world of budget airlines. Now, let's talk strategy. One of the best ways to find those jaw-dropping flight deals is to be flexible with your travel dates. I'm talking about ditching the rigid Saturday-to-Saturday itinerary and embracing the beauty of spontaneity. Think about it. Airlines adjust their prices constantly based on demand. Fly during peak season or on weekends, and you're basically handing over your hard-earned cash on a silver platter. But be a little flexible, and you might just unlock a whole new world of savings. Seriously, it's like magic. Shift your trip by a few days in either direction, and you might be surprised by how much the price drops. Weekdays, especially Tuesdays and Wednesdays, are generally your best bet for finding the most affordable flights. Remember, the early bird might get the worm, but the flexible traveler gets the cheapest flight. So, ditch those fixed dates, embrace the unknown, and watch those flight prices plummet. All right, let's talk about getting around. When you're in a new city, it's tempting to jump into cabs or Ubers everywhere. But trust me, your wallet will thank you if you embrace public transport. It's the lifeblood of any city, and it's way cheaper than taxis. Think about it. A metro ride in Paris versus a taxi stuck in Champs-Élysées traffic? No-brainer. Plus, public transport gives you a real feel for the city. You're not just observing from the back of a cab, you're down there with the locals, feeling the pulse of the city. And let's be real, sometimes those metro rides can be an adventure in themselves. You never know who you'll meet or what you'll see. It's all part of the experience, right? So ditch the taxis and hop on a bus, train, or tram. It's cheaper, it's authentic, and you might even collect some crazy stories along the way. Now, I know what you're thinking, Casey. Public transport is confusing. Look, I get it. I've been lost in the depths of the Tokyo subway system, trust me. But that's part of the fun. But seriously, there are tons of apps these days that make navigating public transport a breeze. Download a transit app before you go, and you'll be set. These apps tell you exactly which train to take, where to transfer, and even when to get off. It's like having a personal tour guide in your pocket. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Locals are usually pretty friendly and helpful, even if you don't speak the language. Just point to your destination on a map or show them on your phone, and they'll point you in the right direction. Remember, getting lost is just another opportunity for adventure. So embrace the chaos, use your resources, and don't be afraid to ask for help. You got this. Okay, let's talk about the real reason we're embracing public transport, saving those hard-earned dollars. Think about it. Every dollar you save on transportation is another dollar you can spend on something awesome, like an amazing meal or a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Lots of cities offer travel passes specifically for tourists. These passes give you unlimited rides on public transportation for a set period, usually a few days or a week. Do your research before you go and see if a travel pass makes sense for your trip. Another pro tip: look for free walking tours. Many cities offer free walking tours that are a great way to see the sights and get some exercise. And hey, it's free! Just remember to tip your guide if you enjoyed the tour. So there you have it. Embrace public transport, save some cash, and experience the city like a local. Trust me, your wallet and your sense of adventure will thank you. Let's talk food, friends. One of the best parts of traveling is experiencing new cultures through their cuisine. But let's be real, eating out for every meal can drain your budget faster than you can say gelato. Here's the thing, you don't need to break the bank to eat well while traveling. In fact, some of the most memorable meals I've had have been the ones that cost next to nothing. Remember that street food market in Bangkok? Yeah, best pad thai I've ever had. So ditch the fancy restaurants and embrace the local food scene. Street food, local markets, and small family-run eateries are where it's at. Not only will you get authentic flavors, but you'll also save a ton of money. Trust me, your taste buds and your wallet will thank you for venturing beyond the tourist traps. Listen, I get it. Sometimes you just want the comfort of a home-cooked meal. And you know what? You can totally make that happen, even while traveling. Hit up the local grocery store or supermarket. You'll be amazed at the variety of fresh produce, local specialties, and affordable ingredients you can find. Grab some bread, cheese, fruit, and other snacks for impromptu picnics in the park. Or pick up some essentials and whip up a quick and easy meal at your hostel or Airbnb. It's a great way to save money, experience local flavors, and maybe even impress your travel buddies with your culinary skills. All right, this one's important. Staying hydrated is crucial, especially when you're exploring new cities and soaking up the sun. But buying bottled water every 5 seconds? Talk about a budget killer. Here's a pro tip. Carry a reusable water bottle. Most cities have water fountains or taps where you can refill for free. You'll save money, reduce plastic waste, and stay hydrated all at the same time. It's a win-win-win. And hey, if you want to add some flavor, just grab some fresh fruit from the market or a tea bag from the grocery store. Boom! Instant infused water on the go. Remember, staying hydrated shouldn't cost a fortune. So ditch the single-use plastic and embrace the reusable bottle life. Your wallet and the planet will thank you. And there you have it, my friends. 8 budget-friendly travel tips to help you make the most of your adventures without breaking the bank. Remember, traveling doesn't have to be expensive. With a little planning and some creativity, you can experience the world without emptying your wallet. So what are you waiting for? Get out there, explore, and make some memories. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more travel tips, best travel destinations, and adventures. And hey, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Until next time, keep exploring. Peace out.